probably due to translation, but we're just going to be very careful with that interface.
Copy that.
Now, right at an hour and 50 minutes into today's spacewalk, ground controllers here in Mission Control Houston are reporting that the spacewalkers today are right on the timeline, having completed the initial connection of critical cables.
And for both, 30 seconds to a short handover.
Nick Hague and Andrew Morgan will now move to the forward panel. Andrew Morgan will ingress the foot restraint while Nick Hague routes the cables this time.
How you doing? All right, just getting this centered here. Slow and steady. Get her done.
The two cables that will be routed next will provide power and data to the hooks that will drive between PMA3 and IDA3 to form a hard mate. The two cables that will be routed next will provide power and data to the hooks that will drive between PMA3 and IDA3 to form a hard mate. The two cables that will be routed next will provide power and data to the hooks that will drive between PMA3 and IDA3 to form a hard mate. The two cables that will be routed next will provide power and data to the hooks that will drive between PMA3 and IDA3 to form a hard mate. Here in Mission Control Houston, the flight control team is under the direction of Lead Flight Director Scott Stover in the middle of your screen. Here in Mission Control Houston, the flight control team is under the direction of Lead Flight Director Scott
Houston
Stover
back with you after a short
in the middle
handover.
of your screen.
Just for Nick, the next step,
Here
once
in
you get
Mission
the wire
Control
time,
Houston,
the
the
TA
flight
clamp,
control team is
will
under
be to
the direction
retrieve
of Lead
a
Flight Director
cable
Scott
from handrail
Stover
for you after a short
in the middle of your
handover.
screen.
That will be
for
one
Nick,
of the next step
Here in
where you get
Mission
the wire
Control
time,
Houston,
TA
the flight
clamp,
control
where
team
you
is
are
under
right now,
the
to
direction
retrieve
of
a
Lead
cable
Flight Director
from
Scott
handrail for
Stover
you after a short
in the middle of your
handover.
screen.
That will be one of the next step
Here
where
in
you get
Mission
the wire
Control
time,
Houston,
TA
the flight
clamp,
control
where
team
you are
is
right
under
now,
the
to
direction
retrieve
of
a
Lead
cable
Flight Director
from
Scott
handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, to retrieve a cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, moving forward towards the cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, moving forward towards the cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, moving forward towards the cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you get the wire time, TA clamp, where you are right now, moving forward towards the cable from handrail for you after a short handover. That will be one of the next step where you
Space Marine Decision Artificial Intelligence. 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 Space High. 2 degrees. 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 2 degre
सड़कों को गुजरे, फिर आवाम के दरमियान गुजरे। बारिश आता है तो पानी आता है, जब ज्यादा बारिश आता है तो ज्यादा पानी आता है।
मैं नाम मुजफ्फर अजीबो गरीब साइंस तो आपने सुन ही ली होगी। अब मैं आप लोगों को बताता हूँ, आप लोग हंस रहे होगे साइंस के ऊपर, क्या साइंस की, लेकिन मैं आप लोगों को बता दूँ कुछ। मेरा नाम मुजफ्फर अजीबो, कैसे कमा रहे हैं, कैसे कमा रहे हैं। अब मैं आप लोगों को बताऊँ, आप लोग हंस रहे होगे साइंस के ऊपर, किस तरह आपने बताया साइंस की, लेकिन मैं आप लोगों को बता दूँ कुछ। मेरा नाम मुजफ्फर अजीबो, कैसे कमा रहे हैं, कैसे कमा रहे हैं। अब मैं आप लोगों को बताऊँ, आप लोग हंस रहे होगे साइंस के ऊपर, किस तरह आपने बताया साइंस की, लेकिन मैं आप लोगों को बता दूँ कुछ। मेरा नाम मुजफ्फर अजीबो, कैसे कमा रहे हैं, कैसे कमा रहे हैं। अब मैं आप लोगों को बताऊँ, आप लोग हंस रहे होगे साइंस के ऊपर, किस तरह आपने बताया साइंस की, लेकिन मैं आप लोगों को बता दूँ कुछ। मेरा नाम मुजफ्फर अजीबो, कैसे कमा रहे हैं, कैसे कमा रहे हैं। अब मैं आप लोगों को बताऊँ, आप लोग हंस रहे होगे साइंस के ऊपर, किस तरह आपने बताया साइंस की, लेकिन मैं आप लोगों को बता दूँ कुछ। मेरा नाम मुजफ्फर अजीबो, कैसे कमा रहे हैं, कैसे कमा रहे हैं। अब मैं आप लोगों को बताऊँ, आप लोग हंस रहे होगे साइंस के ऊपर, किस तरह आपने बताया साइंस की, लेकिन मैं आप लोगों को बता दूँ कुछ। मेरा नाम मुजफ्फर अजीबो।
Good, no change, half dry.
Okay, we copy good, glove, and half check. And we're going quiescent now.
And the crew has now gone quiescent for the driving of the hooks. Getting a view now of the control panel inside the Harmony module of the International Space Station. This is the same view that NASA astronaut Christina Cook is getting.
Houston copies.
Station on space to ground 1, closing hooks gang 1 in 3, 2,
अली भाई अगला सवाल है 16 अगस्त 2019 को फ्राइडे के दिन अली भाई ने मशहूर बरेलवी आलमी इमामुल मुनाजरीन सईद अहमद असद हिफ्ज़ाउल्लाह से मुलाकात की, जिसकी पिक्चर्स भी जामिया अमीनिया रिजविया फैसलाबाद के ऑफिशियल पेज पे अपलोड हुई हैं। प्लीज़ उस अहम मुलाकात की तफसीलात से भी अवामुन्नास को आगाह फरमा दें, शुक्रिया।
हाँ जी, ये अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमने मौका गनीमत जाना, चूँकि फैसलाबाद तो मैंने जाना ही था, बल्कि उससे आगे मौलाना तारिक जमीर साहब हफिज़हुल्लाह ताला को मुलाकात के लिए। तो फिर प्लान इस तरह किया कि वापसी पे फैसलाबाद भी सईद अहमद असअद हफिज़हुल्लाह ताला उनसे मुलाकात कर ली जाए। वो बरेलवी आलम दीन है, बल्कि बरेलवियों में उनके पाए का कोई
In the sunset.
The first gang of hooks now driving as the crew members remain quiescent outside of the IDA. And for reference, the expected execution time for this gang of hooks to close is expected to be about 5.5 minutes.
cooling going? 8, I haven't touched it. Seems in good place. Nice. Get that set during insulation, everything's working out fine now, so I found my sweet spot. It's more, I don't know if you can see over my shoulder the connectors that are on the ground. They're on the two connectors right over my shoulder. Yeah. The bundle that's right next to them. I think that's your cable. One that's nicely bundled. Yeah. It's the green cables we're looking for.
And if you're just joining us, we just reached the 2-hour and 15-minute mark in today's spacewalk. Currently, the two spacewalkers are quiescent outside of the PMA and IDA, while the first gang of hooks are driven.
Round 1, hooks gang 1 closed light and multimeter reading registered within 10 seconds of each other. Timer result for the first indicator was 4 minutes and 28 seconds. The all closed indicator is lit. Moving to hooks gang 2, EV is go for translation on PMA, but not IDA.
And we just received confirmation from NASA astronaut Christina Cook at the commands of the control panel inside the Harmony module that the first gang of hooks are closed. Getting a live view now of that control panel inside of Harmony. This is the same view that NASA astronaut Christina Cook is getting right now, and the same one she got before she sent those commands.
And Station Houston for EVA, with good hook driving, we would like Nick to go ahead and deploy the portable wireless camera. So you are go to translate over to the ORU bag, and the camera should be powered on. We would just be looking for LEDs. And Nick, while you're in transit, I have to tell you that 3 lovely ladies have come in, one of which claims to be your mother and has made delicious food for everybody.
I heard she was busy in the kitchen yesterday. I hope everyone enjoys it. I'm jealous.
Well, we have a certain jealousy of what you guys are doing as well, so I'd say it's an even trade.
Okay. I can confirm I've got a good LED on the portable wireless camera, Mike.
Okay, that sounds great, and that will go down onto the PMA-3, and we're looking... Station Houston for EVA, back with you. And Nick, you'll be looking for handrail 413 down on PMA 2. And I see you with the camera in tow there.
Copy. 413. Tally-ho.
Nick, as you place that, a reminder to point it towards the PMA 3 port grapple fixture.
Okay. All right, got it. On handrail 13, both paddles out and locked.
Okay, that's great. We'll let you orient it, and we'll be looking for an adjustable tether on PMA 2 handrail 0405.
Hey-ho.
Just moments ago, the second gang of hooks were initiated to begin closing. Again, about a 5.5-minute procedure, and after the second gang is driven, we will have a hard mate between the new docking adapter and the space station.
Yep. Stand by, Drew. And Drew, for now, we're just going to have you stay put. You're going to be retrieving cables. Once we get the other gang of hooks, we'll be ready to mate those, but you can stay quiescent for now. And for Nick, a couple of issues with the PWC. We'd like one power cycle, and so you're go to power it off.
Okay. Is off.
And you can go ahead and power it on.
Okay. That'll work. Right on. I got a good green light on the power, and bat 1 and bat 2 are green.
Okay, we copy for both. And Nick, we're not quite receiving video from it yet, but do your best to point it up towards the work site, and we'll send you on your way.
Roughly 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this second gang of hooks being driven. Again, once that second gang is driven, we will have a hard mate between the new docking adapter and the space station.
I'm on my way back to Drew.
Okay, and Nick, your next thing will be to grab the red cable, and that will be up on handrail 317. That's on node 2. That's one of the rim, the circumferential handrails, just port of the center.
Roger.
And for Nick, the cable you're looking for on 317 will have a Papa 202 connector.
Understand, Mike. It's been bundled together with the next one on after as well, so I've got to release them both.
Okay, we copy.
And live views now from Nick Haig's camera, which is helmet camera number 11, as he continues to route cables,
Wire tie on 1601.
while Andrew Morgan remains quiescent, or meaning still or inactive, as these hooks are being driven. Ground controllers here in Mission Control Houston reporting that the crew is about 10 minutes ahead of schedule today. The portion of the international docking adapter on the bottom of your screen right now that has a thermal insulation cover over it, that thermal insulation cover will be removed during the spacewalk today, and that portion of the IDA is called the Passive Soft Capture System. That's the portion where the commercial crew vehicles, the SpaceX Crew Dragon and the Boeing CST-100 Starliner vehicles will dock to. That passive soft capture system has 3 guide pedals, 3 latch strikers, and 3 soft capture sensors that will transition the International Space Station to free drift right before contact and capture for the arrival of future commercial crew vehicles.
But we'll be temp stowing the cables that Nick is bringing up towards you.
Copy, and I think that temp stow is on that wire ties that we put on 1602.
That's affirmative.
It's more, it may be easier if I hand it to you with the bundle still in for the temp stow. Copy. And then I'll pin it down to the wire tie. Okay, I have it in my hand. Got it? Okay, I'm going to get it on the wire tie. Take up a little bit of the slack. Put that down. Copy.
And for Drew, once you get that cable temp stowed, we'll have you go ahead and get a cap keeper hook on the forward IDA tether D-ring, the AET that you put there. We'll release that tether from the IDA tether point and the PMA3 handrail 1602, but we want to be sure you put the cap keeper on the AET D-ring so it gives you 2 extra tether points.
Okay, copy.